Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode. We are going to discuss two stories. As usual, we start with Frank here as Juventus are in a hurry to sign the Barca midfielder. They want an answer from the player very soon. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about out of favor right back Julian Araujo as Osasuna have entered four-way race to sign the 21-year-old Barca starlet on loan. We are also going to discuss on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barca midfielder Frank Kessie is expected to leave the team this summer, with Juventus being the most likely destination, and it is believed that the team from Turin does not want to waste any more time to finalize the transfer, since the agreement between the two teams is already in place. At this moment, despite the fact that the teams are ready to do business, everyone involved is waiting to get the approval of the player. And after several days of chasing, Sport has reported that Juventus' sports director, Cristiano Giuntoli, is now ready to hold a final summit in Los Angeles with the footballer and his agent in order to close the deal once and for all. The report adds that in Italy, it has been assured that Juventus will announce Kessie's arrival this weekend, and it is only for this particular reason that they are launching the final assault for his acquisition. Barcelona and Juventus reportedly already have an agreement in place regarding the transfer. It will be a loan deal with a mandatory purchase option worth around 10 to 15 million euros. The Bianconeri are willing to make Francisco Jamaki signing by offering him a deal worth 7 million euros per year. Now, Francisco has always pressed that he wants to continue at FC Barcelona, but after talking to Xavi, the former Milan midfielder admitted that his continuity makes no sense. Of course, there is interest from Premier League as well, but considering the advancements Barca and Juve have made, this possibility is now ruled out. At this moment, it is said that the Serie A heavyweights are now running out of patience and do not want to waste any more time on this deal, which is why they are now demanding a clear answer from the players' end, and Sport says that they want it the next few hours. Of course, for the longest time, we've been talking about Frank Kessie's future, especially links to Serie A giant Juventus. Of course, Frank Kessie have not really made it clear if he really wants to move to Juve, even though there have been some reports in the past saying that the player does not fancy another Serie A move as he played there most of his life, playing for AC Milan, and he doesn't want to continue there. If those reports are to be believed, then definitely I think Juve's move is for nothing because the player wants to experience other leagues around the world in Europe, of course. But it remains to be seen what he says about the Juve links because Juve and Barca have already negotiated and they have already agreed a deal. So the player is the one to have the final say, as it is always the case. So Juve are demanding Franchise to make a statement as soon as they can. So as it like now as things stand, Franchise looks like he will not be a Barca player for sure. Of course, Xavi does not count on him for next season, and there were reports saying that Xavi already spoken with the player and to make him aware that next season the competition for spaces in midfield will be very, very tight and competitive. And Franchise, even though he really wanted to continue playing just one season so far in his 5-year contract that he did sign with Barca, definitely he would like to continue, but circumstances will not allow that, as especially as Barca have gone and added two new midfielders so far, Ilkay Gundogan and you know Oriol Romeo have joined the club, which means game time will be more difficult to come by next season for Frank Kessie. Juventus are reportedly optimistic that a move for the midfielder will materialize, but so far the player is still to give his okay. As Barca and Juve have already come to their terms, it will be a loan deal with an option to buy, and in a range of 10 to 15 million euros next year. So let's see what Franchise says as Juve are waiting for a response from the player side. Then on to the next story of discussion. Sergio Dest and Julian Araujo were expected to be the biggest beneficiaries of Barca's pre-season tour in the US, with both players being based out of the US in recent years. A trip there was expected to do them a world of good. However, the latter has not linked up with the squad even a week into the tour. Report states that Xavi has given the right back an extra week of vacation because of his participation in the Gold Cup, but the club also hopes that he can decide his future in the 7-day window provided. The manager does not have faith in the former LA Galaxy star's quality yet to assure him a place in his plans. Barca are open to sending him on loan to facilitate his development. However, the player has not been receptive to the same. According to reports from Sport, Osasuna have now joined the race to sign the Mexican. They are, however, not the only party interested. Araujo has plenty of options on his table as potential loan destinations for next season. In fact, Las Palmas were set to have an agreement with Barca for his signing, but they are still waiting for the green light from the player's entourage. Feyenoord and Porto are some of the other European clubs willing to take the bets on the young right back, but the onus is currently on Barca to convince the player to leave. After all, he will be a redundant resource under Xavi's command next season. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.